What's going on, y'all? It is Monday morning, and I just walked past that car, and it made me think of something that I want to share with you guys. That was actually a Honda, and when I walked by it the first time, I thought it was a Mercedes, and then I realized that it wasn't. And it made me think about how a lot of people say that if you want to become something, or if you're looking to achieve something, the best way to do that is to find someone who has already done it and just follow their path, or a mentor. And I do believe this is true. However, I also think that it's very important that at some point, once you've learned that path, that you then stray away from it and begin to think on your own and begin to get creative in ways in how you can really create something to be better or think outside of the box, as opposed to just continuing to follow what other people are doing. And I think that car analogy is a great example of that, just because you can be that Honda Civic where you wait and see what the competition is doing. Now, I know the Honda model is all about giving you something that's luxury for a fraction of the price, but the problem with that business model is the Honda is always going to be a Honda, and they're always going to be less than the Mercedes. And the reason for that is because you can make the same car as the Mercedes and sell it for cheaper, but you're always going to be behind the ball, because that Mercedes model that came out, that was a concept 2 or 3 years ago. So although the Honda copied it this year, Mercedes is already 2 years ahead in terms of what they're going to be doing next year. So you can follow what other people do in business, and you can learn from them and copy them and take things from them, but you need to realize that the problem with doing that is you're always going to be one step behind. Obviously, it's common sense, but what's important with it is just understanding, learn the concepts, learn the basics, don't reinvent the wheel with your business, learn how it works, learn from other people's failures, but also know when it's time to take the plunge and stray away from that model and start thinking creatively. The problem with that, which I'll share with you right now, is that there's never going to be a time when you're going to think, okay, I'm ready. You're never going to have that feeling. So you might as well just, at some point, you're just going to have to do it. But yeah, it just shows a really good example of some people who run a business like Mercedes, who are just one step ahead of the curve, and they always will be, because everyone who copies them are just always going to be one step behind. And a lot of the things that you see in business today that you might be trying to copy in any type of business, you have to understand that was in concept 3 to 5 years ago. And 50 years ago, that probably wasn't a huge deal. But with how fast technology is going and how quickly consumer thought patterns are changing, what worked 2 months ago, might not even work today. So it's more important than ever that you're being creative and just understanding that as well as any of these other companies do, what works. You're living in today's world and you're seeing what people are into and what they aren't. And you just need to give yourself that appreciation that you know what you're doing and just take that risk. So anyways, what's a cheesy line I can finish that up with? Be the Mercedes of your business, not the Honda Civic. Catch you later.